My phone set up into my disc here because last time my camera was at a bad angle, so I want to make sure I get that all signed up and get my tablet going here so I can see the screen. Make sure you stop and let me know you're here. Get my screen big here. I've got my phone out. We got a bunch of stuff we're going to work on tonight. Not sure if I can get some more light. Oh, looks like my other extra thing, light is dead, so hopefully it's not too dark for you guys. I am standing over my screen right now. But what I wanted to do was, earlier today, I saw a picture somebody posted using the Kind Blossom set, which I believe is still available, but it's either on clearance or, hi Kathy, or it's on sale or it's on clearance. And her name, I don't know if I said it right, it's Shalana Glass was her name. And I had her share it over, and I told her to share it in the British Monroe fan club page, and she did. And I'm going to try and show you. Hi Shannon, this is the photo of the card she made, and that completely changed what I was going to do tonight. So I'm going to use this as my inspiration, and I just absolutely love this card. It's so pretty, and I'm going to change some things around and make my own. So let me quick pull up my YouTube so I can see the comments on my phone. If you give me just a minute here. I have to change over to my own account here. And see if I can find a video. I hope everyone's doing well. I know there's a bunch of snow going around different parts of the country. Hi, Darren. Yeah, it is a beautiful card. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Kathy, if you all saw me. First out, I wanted to say, just in case she watches later, it's my friend Tracy's birthday today. Happy birthday, Tracy. I hope you have a great day. So we're going to make this card, but we're going to use a variety of product. The only thing from Kind Blossoms we're going to use is the planter box and the window. We're going to use several of the stamps from the Welcome Home stamp set, which is the Inspiration Box stamp set, and the dies. We're going to use a few of the Leaves and Holly from the Poinsettia Builder stamp and die set. And then I'm going to use the tree from Santa's Visit with the stencil. So I did a little pre-prep this evening, and I thought we'd start. I'm going to start by saying that this morning I pulled a bunch of panels because I didn't know for sure what I wanted to do 100%. I had a few things done. These are all aqua pigment panels that were ink smushed with different green leaves. This one's green, different greens with the pearl on top. That's why it's shimmery. That's what both of these are. As you can see, I stamped out some. I have some red done. And I thought this is a quick and fast way that you could make a card. Now, somewhere here, I already have my tree ready to go. So I'm going to start with the tree. So I have this tree stamped out, and I used the fake plant from Simon Hurley, and then I put the icicle embossing powder over it. It's a little bit of a wetter ink, so it stays wet longer, so you can heat emboss over it. So that gives you a green thing. So now here's the stencil that comes with the Santa's Visit, and I'm just going to quick pull, maybe cut off the top of the tree mask, because we don't need that part. I just wanted to see that it came, and sometimes your stencils have a little piece if it's a two-piece, and you might need to trim that, so I can save that for later. We're just going to go ahead and put this down inside, and I'm going to find my stick and stamp mat, actually. Let's see, I don't know, I have a new one here I need to get out. I apologize, I should have had that ready. Like I said, I changed my design at the last minute. There we are. So I'll get my stick and stamp mat out. Yeah, it's just, So we're going to get this all ready to go. I'm going to pull that plastic off, nice and sticky. We'll get this down. I am going to grab my blending buddy as well. Protect, because I am going to do some ink blending. Just throw that piece off to the side. Oops. Purpose of Alive. I have my other blending buddy as on a stick and step mat on the other side of the room. So I have more than one. Okay, let's just get that down to protect my stickiness of my stick and step mat. Ooh. I've had mine a long time, so a new one is, my original one is not quite as sticky as this brand new one, but it still sticks. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this on, and I'm gonna just grab some quick tape for the sides. We're gonna do a quick ink blending. Now, after I thought, well, this would be fun to do it this way, I did have a thought that you could totally do an ink smushed background and stamp it out right on here and then die cut it, and you'd have a Christmas tree. I mean, this would make a beautiful Christmas tree, but I thought it'd be more fun to ink blend. So I have Overzealous and Later Gator here. I'm going to open them both up. Get my green. I guess I don't know where my big green one is, so we'll use my little one. That's going to take a while. I guess I'm going to grab a brand new brush that hasn't been inked yet. And we'll make a new green. All right, so I'm just going to load up my brush, and we're just going to, oops, I was a little crazy wild. I might have to tape this down a little bit. Sticker. I didn't use pixie spray or anything. I'm an aggressive blender. So I'm glad I didn't start blending yet. And now I can't get it to line up because it's alive, right? Okay, hold on. Let me put this down. Do it with one hand. All right, doesn't necessarily need to be perfect because a lot of it's going to be covered up. I'll tape this down here with some washi tape. That'll help hold it in place a little bit better. All right, so let's go ahead, and I'm just going to do, like I said, this is the Overzealous. Yeah, the lighter of the two. I stamped the image itself. You know what? Am I backwards? Is that... Why? Yes, no, it's not. Oh, it's not. I was right. I must just keep moving it. There we go. 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 All right. We got this. I stamped it with, like I said, the Fake Plant, which is the darkest color. And I'm just going to do this. We're not going to see a bunch of the tree, but we're going to do a little bit of the tree. Okay, so just very light. We're not going to see the bottom, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to line up this. This is actually the first time I'm using this stencil. I love it. As soon as I saw it, I knew I had to have it. And I'm just going to line that up. And I'm going to grab a bitty brush because I don't need a big area. And this is the Later Gator, which is a little bit darker ink. And we're just going to do a little shading. And the reason I wanted to do the tree first, because we're gonna have to, I didn't get all my die cutting done, didn't quite have enough time between work and start, is we're gonna put some stuff on it. We want it to dry. So, is everybody excited and getting ready for Christmas? Oh, I do too. I just think they're fun. How they all work together, and it's just fun. So, all right, so we've got a little bit of the dimension there. I am going to grab this back again because I want to kind of protect my surface of my and I'm going to grab the blending butter piece from up here, And then I have to have a piece of paper around here somewhere. Here's a piece of paper. I'm going to just cover this up a little bit, and we're just going to do a little bit of, where did I put it? Pearl shimmer. You could use a shimmer spray. I actually might pull out a glitter spray I have in my stash here, just because, like I said, we don't need a lot. I'm going to put a little bit of this on my table. I just want to add a little bit of shimmer. I'm not going to put any. Yeah, I haven't made a lot of Christmas projects. I feel like I should. I haven't crafted as much as I thought I would this month. I think partly with the puppy. I've enjoyed being with him on the weekends and at night, just being with him and my honey and watching some TV and relaxing. But I have some kind of exciting news that I can share with all you guys. I'm just splattering this on to give it some a little bit of shine. Valentine ones. I don't give Valentines out, so I don't know. It'll be fun. I'll still make them. I always do. I'm just doing some of the pearl, and I just splattering on to give it some shine, maybe give it some thoughts of lights or ornaments on the tree. What's my news? So I don't know if any of my family's listening. Some of my family knows this, but my daughter is coming home for Christmas, and I am super excited. I have not seen her in 2 years. I pick her up Christmas Eve. So I don't know if she's told any of her other family that lives here. So, like, I don't know if her brother knows and stuff, but I'm so excited. I even whispered that. That's funny because, you know, it's not like they can hear me unless they're watching. So I added a little bit of shimmer to this, and I'm just going to leave it. But I do think, thanks, Penny. I am going to add a little extra shimmer to this that's a little different. Thanks, Shannon. It's going to be fun. I can't wait. I did pre-warn her a couple months ago. She was talking about when the next time she came home, and I told her, you just be prepared that you're going to get 2 days of full days of just hugs. So I got my cardstock underneath my blending buddy here, so I'm going to have to pull my blending buddy off. And as you can see, I have a brand new Stick and Stat mat, so it's quite sticky. And the plastic is a little bit different than the paper. So pull that off quick. I'm making a huge mess. And then we're going to roll this back and forth a little bit. Ooh, I had a really sticky mat this time. And I should say, I am using the Perfect Blend. There we go. The Perfect Blend paper. I may cut this down. Ooh, my mat is extra sticky tonight. There we go. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Yeah, this one is a little more sticky. That's perfect though. I love it. Okay. All right, we got that off. Let's move that. Put that plastic back on this so it stays. And then we're going to let it sit down and just relax for a little bit. Okay. Now we'll move on. I know what I wanted to say. I was going to add a little bit of glitter dust. This is made by Thermoweb, and it's very sparkly, and I'm going to add it to the whole thing. I'm just spraying it off camera over my garbage because I'm going to add a little bit of silver to it, and it just gives it just that little bit of shine. Okay, let's let that sit. Next, like I said, I have pieces of this stamp set everywhere. I have the base for our flower box, and I have stamped that in Weeping Willow. Oh, roll from the top. I always roll from the sides. Next time I'll roll from the top, Penny. Thank you. And I'm just going to use an ink blending. Like I said, I stamped this with the Weeping Willow ink, and I heat embossed it again with Icicle embossing powder. And I just, and that was just to give it a little extra darkness and shine. And I'm blending all over because I'm not going to use any of the white background. Yeah, Penny, and I was, we're live, so of course I'm trying to hurry. And I just took that out of the package, so I was being, quick and fast. I wasn't really being slow. So I've got that done. I'm going to quick cut this out with my die. And we will start making our little window card. I am going to have some other die cutting to do. Yes, we do. We do have all night. Well, we're going to have some die cutting to do, so we'll have to be together, so, you know, for a little bit. But I do want to encourage, you know, everyone to make sure, you know, when you get your inspiration box, you know, pull it out and look through what you have in your stash and combine it together. I think that's one of my favorite things about stamping, is looking to see what I already have that I can add to what I just got. Or, you know, when something comes out, I look at it and I'm like, oh man, that fits perfectly with, like, with this other set. Gina mentioned this on her live the other night, that the No Place Like Home sets match with the door for this one. And it was funny, as soon as I saw it in my head, I thought they have to match. And Shannon can let you know this. I texted her and I asked her, do you know if they match? She's like, I don't know yet. I haven't seen it yet. And I was so excited to see that they did. So, all right. Now, this is our window frame. Has anyone have any suggestions of what color we should make it? And while we do that, I'm going to line up some of my dies here. I got to cut this down a little bit. We got a little bit of die cutting to do. Shayla, I am recreating your card with a Christmas theme. Is that how I say it? It was such a beautiful card. When I saw that this morning, I love that paper. I have that paper. I don't use it that often because I hoard paper. And as soon as I saw it, I said, that's what I want to do tonight. Yeah, and I had tried to, I got them all at least stamped and heat embossed, but I didn't get them all die cut out. And if I don't get them perfect, we're going to layer. So this is, if you're joining late, this is an aqua pigment paper that I had done, and it was in my stash. It's green with pearl. And then I stamped them in a variety of Later Gator or Overzealous or the Fake Plant from Simon Hurley. And then I heat embossed the icicle embossing powder over them. I love to do icicle embossing powder over dye ink, or I mean like a little bit wetter inks, or over, trying to find the stamps that we need for this, the dyes for this, or pigment inks to give you color, so you don't have to color. I love to color, but I need to replace some of my Copics right now, and I haven't ordered them, so I knew I wasn't going to have time to color all of this stuff online today. So it's Shalana. Did I say that? Shalana. I apologize if I'm butchering your name. I really am. But it, like I said, is a beautiful card. I shared it at the beginning because I wanted everyone to know where I got my inspiration from tonight. Let's see here. Awesome. Shalana. Awesome. Like I said, thank you for joining us tonight. Let's see here. I'm combining a variety of stamp sets. I use the Welcome Home. I have my dies. I keep my dies on a magnet, and I need to probably get them out to match them up with so I know what they look like, so that they match up when you die cut. I haven't used the stamp set, of course, yet before. So that's another favorite thing of mine is, you know, I'm trying to combine stamp sets that you have with your new sets, because, you know, we all like to buy new sets. And then use them, you know. All right. My thing is... Christopher did his a live a little bit earlier showing a mystery box. I will say, I don't know, Penny, you can check, but they may be sold out. The original sold out in less than 8 minutes, and they added 8 more to the store, so I don't know if there's any left. But you can get a variety of products. A lot of times Christopher will go live and kind of give an example of what's in the boxes. There's some, and I did not see the whole video, but I know there were some stamps, there were some dies. Yeah, okay, they were also, that's what I thought. They sold out super quick today. Like, I barely even got the notification that he was live, and he was like, they sold out. And I was like, oh, wow. And then, you know, they had to check, and they said they could get a couple, they had a couple more that they could do, and then I think they sold out right away. I have not personally ordered a mystery box. I have had friends order mystery boxes that are local. I think I had one of my sisters ordered a mystery box, and I can't remember. She got some ribbon. I don't remember. It was a while ago. Some paint, stamps, some dies, some of the other, and some other things too. So we are getting a little bit of snow, but not as much snow as like my mom and dad are getting. Okay, thank you, Penny. Like I said, I didn't get to see the whole live. I was actually, this is one of the times when I was live. Wow, that's really cool. That's always nice if you're gonna, you know, in a mystery box, especially, is, you know, you get the dies and to go with some stamp sets that are already in there. Otherwise, you know, sometimes if you get a die but you don't have the stamp set, you can't get the stamp set. It's kind of hard, but yeah, they looked like they were pretty good boxes. Like I said, he was putting it away when I got in there, when I got on, so I didn't see it all. I think that's over on Christopher's channel. If you wanted to see the contents of the ones that he was giving away, so you would have an idea for next time. Okay, my tape is not liking me, so I'm going to pull out my good old-fashioned hoarding original purple tape, people. This is the original. I've been hoarding it, and I've not been using it, but I think it's time to break it out. So we got tons of die cutting, like I said, to do tonight. But die cutting is not quite as bad as watching somebody color, right? 10 embossing powders, Penny. Wow, were they like special embossing powders, like old, like the embossing powders of the month, or were they just random, you know, like gilded and some of the basics? Like I said, I didn't quite see. I'm usually not fast enough to get on when they have them for sale. Oh, thank you, Penny. That's perfect. So that you can go and watch it if you want. All right, so these are a combination, like I said, of the Poinsettia Builder stamp set. These bigger ones are from the Welcome Home stamp set, which is the inspiration box. It's just, when I saw the my design team sneaky peek of this set, I was super excited because I loved that you can do so much with this set. All the flowers, you can make, you know, just a great winter card. Masculine, feminine, you've got the house, or the door. You can make, you know, it was just a fun set, and one that you can add on to with a bunch of other things that you have in your stash. So is everybody, I know I asked if, you know, people are ready for Christmas, and people are doing shopping, things like that, watching Christmas movies, I'm guessing. There were ones that were being discontinued. We pull them out to see which ones, because they were already, yeah, they were already in bubble wrap. Okay, yep, that's totally understandable. I love the embossing powders. I have so many different ones that I just forget about, that then I'm like, oh, I need to pull that out and grab it. I did use that tonight with the little berries. I used the Christmas Eve on red. I thought that would be fun. And like I said, this stamp set, I have to remember where that leaf come from. If I get the right die. I don't know if I have cut it out yet. I need to figure out where that holly leaf come from. It came from, oh, no, it did not come from here. It must have come from, yes, it did come from this stamp set. I just have to see. I haven't used all of these dies yet, so I'm trying to figure out which ones I still need. There it is. The hound's being organized and having all your dies already pulled out and on the magnet, right? Sometimes I wait till I use the stamp set for the first time, but I was being very organized and trying to get myself ready for the upcoming year and get everything done in advance. So I watched the, I haven't watched a ton of Christmas movies yet. I'm kind of saving my favorite, which is White Christmas, for when my daughter comes, because even though it's my favorite, I really only want to watch it once. And the other one I haven't watched yet, which we will watch, is Die Hard, because she loves Die Hard. And I did use the stamp set too, Penny, and Poinsettia Builder stamp and dies. And then I don't know if it's, I know it was on sale, but I don't know if it's still available. I used the Kind Blossom stamp and die. They were on clearance, so I don't know if they're still available. But you could do this with just a rectangle die that has a window in it. And you could find another rectangle die to cut out a box and then cut a small piece over the top to make your own little planter box if you wanted. This Christmas release this year was just, I loved it. I still have a couple things I'd like to order and haven't had a chance to yet. But I was saying I watched a new movie. To me, it was a trilogy. It's on Netflix, and it was called A Prince for Christmas. And then there was the wedding, the next one, and then the one after that was, sorry, I got distracted. I'm looking for another die here. Is that this one? Yes, that's this one. And then A Royal Baby. And I just watched the last one of those the other day. So that is exciting. I also watched A Boy Named Christmas. That was also on. And that was really good. That is a kids-friendly family movie. So if you're looking for a couple good Christmas movies, has anyone gone to see the new Spirited yet? I can't wait. I want to see that. That's at our theater this weekend. So I'm kind of hoping I can get there, but we'll see. I have a Christmas party to get to for work. Was it? Oh, I'm going to be honest. It is not my favorite. The original is not my favorite movie. I never heard of it until I moved to Guttenberg at all. And then I saw it and I was like, it's, again, it's one of those that, yeah, I can watch, but I don't want to watch it over and over and over again. And I don't fault people who like it. It's just not my favorite. So I was wondering if it was any good. Okay, we're getting there on the die cutting. Sorry it's taking a little longer, but I want to make sure we have plenty of pieces. Oops. The Santa Claus series. I like Tim Allen, and I have a claim to fame for Tim Allen. Tim Allen was in, well, I probably shouldn't say this online, so he got into some trouble, and he was in my hometown before he was famous, in my hometown, in Sandstone, Minnesota. So, but it was not when I lived there. So, the new one. Okay, I haven't seen. Have you seen the Christmas Chronicles? Those are super cute. Those are on Netflix. I liked those. Both of those were really good. I mean, I'm a Christmas movie. I love Christmas movies. Oh, there's a series. Okay, I'm sorry, I misunderstood you. I didn't know there was a series. I don't know if I'd want the series. I like the movies. So I am kind of just throwing my dies back on this one magnet here. I'm not really paying attention if I'm putting them on with the right one. I'll put them away later. And one thing that I love about our die sets is that, like I said, when the dies come on this packaging, you can line them up so I can be like, oh, see, this one doesn't go with the stamp set, so I can find the one that I used. Okay, we're getting there, guys. I want lots to be able to use. Oh, we're done with this one too. And the nice thing is that, if you were going to paint, or this would be something that would be, if you wanted to do a bunch of backgrounds in advance for, like I did with the shimmer, the aqua pigments, you can let them dry and then you can die cut them later. sure I have all my pieces here. It's always better to have too much, because when you're, I feel like when you're going to do a bouquet type flower or setting, because you want to make sure you can fill it in. This one goes with this one. And these dies from Brutus Monroe line up perfectly. You know, you get that edge that's just, they just line up really well. I think we got to cut that one out yet. I think I can get this one in here yet with some of this. We have this one here. Oh, that one's too close. We'll have to cut that one out. One more pass. We'll have one more pass when we're done with this. All right, let's do that. And I think there was one on here. Let's get this one in here. Does anyone have special traditions that they do for Christmas? I was just curious to hear some other people's. Like, one tradition my family, my dad's side of the family has, when we have gotten together, you know, we always used to get together at my grandparents' house, because everyone, I have one uncle that lived on the East Coast, but the rest of us all lived within an hour and a half of each other. And my grandma would make chocolate roll. And chocolate roll, oh, 8-bit Christmas is cute. Okay, I'll look that one up. Chocolate roll is like a giant Swiss cake roll, but even better. It's cake. It's not like dipped in chocolate. It's the roll without, you know, being dipped in it. It's just the cake. And then it's homemade chocolate sauce you put over the top. Homemade whipped cream on the inside. And, you know, my grandma's been gone for a while now. My cousin, one cousin, Sarah, who's an amazing baker, makes it every year. And then, okay, that's fun. Karaoke at your house, that is a fun idea. I can't sing and no one wants to hear me sing, so yeah. You don't want to hear me sing. And that's the funny thing is that I love Christmas music. I can listen to Christmas music all year long. And I was teasing last year. I started a new job in October last year, and I was all excited for Christmas. And they were like, "Nope, no Christmas music. You can come in on Christmas Eve and play Christmas music." It is, yep, fun. That would be, yes. And I was jokingly like, the first day, I think everyone was gone in the afternoon, and I was in the office by myself. So I put on my Christmas music, and I told them, I said, "You won't ever have to worry about me playing Christmas music, because when I do," and thank goodness no one's in the office, I sing along, and I'm like, none of you guys want to hear that. So, but I have my son's original iPod Touch. It's in my car, and it is all Christmas music, and it's in my car 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. All right, I think I got all the die cutting done we needed to do. Thank you for sticking through me with that. All right. Before I lose any of these dies, though, I'm going to quickly grab I have a little magnetic bowl that I can throw them all in so I don't lose them, and I can put them away after we're done here. All right, now is the fun part. We got to decide what color window pane we want. We got a brown linear box. We have blue flowers, which I already stamped and cut out ahead of time. And we have our green tree. So what color should our window be, do you guys think? Any color we want. What color should we go for? Any ideas? Let's see here. What colors do I got over here? Black. We'll go with black. Okay, let me see. I gotta grab a black ink. I don't know. We will use my Raven Detail ink for that. All right, I do have a black brush, so we just have to make sure we clean up my mess, because I don't want, you know, black all over. All right, we're gonna go for it. It's not gonna be super black, but it'll be black enough. I don't want to use my black soot because I wanted to use dye inks tonight. All right, there you go. And I decided not to pop up the window, you know, like do a couple of different frames behind so it's thicker. I thought I'm going to make a fairly flat card because the window box has got to be popped up a little bit so we can get our stuff inside. Now, Shalana, did I say that right? I hope so. I'm really sorry if I don't. I'm horrible with names. I'm better with it. Her card, she used some pattern paper for her background, and then she made a shaker card. I am not going to do that. I'm going to use some quick cinnamon squeaky clean and my Brutus Monroe microfiber brush. Make sure this is nice and clean. I'm going to just use this. I'm going to just cut this down a little bit. Let's just trim it down to, I'm going to trim it down to about 3.75 by 5. And that way we'll have a little bit of the white, or maybe we'll grab some pattern paper to stick behind before we put it down. But we'll see how we get there. Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. So I did grab a piece of acetate. This is just a piece of, actually it was, I got some shimmer on it. This was just a piece, actually a file folder tab. And I am going to attach this to my window so that it has some glass through it, just because I think that will be fun. I'm going to grab, I have some tissue tape up here. I do. It's not super thick though. So let me, or it's super, that's I think a little too thick for this. Let's see if I have some, where's my, quick, I got some tape here. Hold on one second. There we go. I need a little bit thinner tape. Just some score type tape to, because it's going to be on the acetate. Because I wanted to have it look like what we're doing is we're looking inside to a Christmas tree. I decided not to do any decorating of the tree because the focus I want it to be on the window box. So put that down here quick. And pull this off. I hadn't pulled out this stamp set in a while, so when I saw your card this morning, like I said, I got really excited. I'm like, oh, that's perfect to think of, you know. And I was thinking of using the Welcome Home sentiment from the stamp set, but I think I'm going to use Merry Christmas, just because I wanted to fill up the box. But we'll see. We might change our mind when we get that far. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick this down. I'm not worried about if I'm not super centered on it because I'm just going to cut it off. I'll just cut it off with my scissors here. And I can't believe it's almost the end of the year. This year has flown by, and I've really been appreciative of being able to do lives with you guys. I'm hoping to continue with them for next year. I really do like to do it. I need to do more videos, and that is one of my goals for next year. I'm already thinking about New Year's resolutions. How about you guys? All right, we got our window. So we've got that, and then our box is going to end up going, you know, down here, and we're going to cover up with that. But I don't want to put that on yet because we need to, well, first of all, we need to clean our window off a little bit here. I got a little bit of smudge on it. So I got a little bit of just isopropyl alcohol in my bottle here, and I'm just going to kind of wipe the window down. So I am going to go ahead and put my window on my paper. And get that far. And then I got to stamp my sentiment. We got to do that quick before we can attach it, or we will have issues with trying to get a straight sentiment. I'm not going to put a ton of, I don't think we need to put a ton of this on here because we're going to cover up with other stuff. So we're just going to put this down. All right. I'm doing good on time too. I know, it does seem like it happened really quickly this year. All right. Excuse my head for a minute if I get in your way. I want to make sure I get this lined up kind of even, you know, like this is a tree in the kitchen or in the window of the house. All right, so now we gotta get our box on. So let's get our stamp out and get this done here quick. I kind of feel like that sometimes every year though, that it kind of comes and goes really fast. All right, so like I said, I chose the Merry Christmas from the, let me grab it here, because I wanted a nice the occasional greeting stamp set, because I thought it was nice and chunky and would show up well. And I'm going to go ahead and heat boss that in silver. I was thinking about doing the bright red. Excuse me 1 second while I make sure it's lined up. But I think I want to do silver because that's what color, the sterling, because that's what color my flowers are. I originally had made my flowers for another project, and I'll show you those in a minute. But when I started doing this, I thought, those will be perfect. Thanks, Shannon. I am super excited. Like I said, when I saw her card today, I literally just was like, that's it. That's what I want to do. I came home at lunch, started grabbing supplies, and I went a completely different direction than what I planned. All right, let's get this out of the way. And I have my sterling here somewhere. This too also was stamped on Perfect Blend. So other than the plants, everything was stamped on Perfect Blend because it's one of my favorite cardstocks. And then I did some ink blending. So I'm just brushing off a little bit of extra. Make sure that silver is not on. And it's okay if it is. It's a homemade card. And, you know, a little extra sparkle never hurt anyone. Now, I'm not sure if this will come on, if I can get this over on camera. Oh, yes, it does reach. All right, excuse noise for a minute. I love embossing powder. Ooh, my S did not stamp all the way. Well, we will need to fix that. I did not see that, so we will have to fix that. My S did not stamp all the way. Well, I left my stamp in my MISTI, so I can line it back up. And I'm just going to eyeball, make sure. Nope, I got to move it over. Yep, I got to move it all the way over. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Oops. All right, let's get a little bit of us. That, we're just going to try to ink up the S a little bit here, because that's the only letter we really need. That's the best thing about MISTIs, is that you can line that thing back up. So I don't try to remove my stamps until I'm all done with them from my MISTI, just in case something like this happens. There we go. We got our S. And I have found that if I stamp, if I'm Copic coloring, I like to restamp my images before I die cut them out with a really deep pigment ink over the top, and it just crisps them up beautifully, especially on critters and things. So, all right, perfect. All right, now I noticed my M isn't perfect, but we're gonna cover that all up, so that's not gonna matter so much. All right, so we've got this. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna grab some foam tape here. I do 2-penny. It's actually one of my favorite things. Shannon will see, but I was working on something and I triple embossed with the Raven the other day, and I just love how it turned out. It's so shiny. I have to take a picture of it and send it off to Shannon here soon. And I just love it. It's fun. And then the triple thick is really fun. Last year I made some ornaments with them, and I dipped and you know, I used the ornament dies that were out and made a little scene on them, and I dipped them in heat embossed 3-4 times, and it made it super slick and shiny and just smooth. So all right, got some in. That's all right. That multitasking is always good. I do that all the time. I'll sit with my honey and watch TV and watch lives. All right, so we've got our little thing here. Before we get, so we've got all our little these things here, and I will tell you that I got these little containers. Oh my gosh, they're all full. I got all these little containers from the dollar store. They're for little hors d'oeuvres, and they come with like, I don't know, 10 of them. I thought perfect for my desk. So I have all the little green. These are stamped, like I said, in a variety of the green Simon Hurley inks icicle embossing powder over some aqua pigments of green and pearl on aqua pigment paper. These are a red aqua pigment and the pearl, and I stamped the berries from the poinsettia set, and then I heat embossed them with the Christmas Eve. And then for our flowers, this is Chroma Mist, and this is the Tinsel Blue Chroma Mist, and I think the other blue, but I know it's Tinsel Blue for sure, on the aqua pigment paper. And then I heat embossed a bunch of the, these are the flowers from the Welcome Home set with silver embossing powder, and then die cut them out. So I think I don't really have a plan. I just thought we'd kind of start sticking some flowers in and see what we like, and stick some greenery in there, and we're gonna call it good, right? So let's get a few of our flowers in here first. I think we might need to put some of them in. Let's get a couple of those bigger flowers in here. I might have to cut some of them down so that they fit in here a little bit. That might have been a little bit too much, but that's fine. And then we'll start gluing a few in, and then we'll get going on some of the other stuff to finish it up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just start putting some glue down and start putting some flowers in. I might take that out and actually cut it down a little bit less. Okay, I'll push this up a little bit so you can see it. Okay, of course, it's getting cold. Then my glue is near my window, so it's getting a little cold, so it doesn't want to come out. And we'll put some on some foam tape too, and get them moved up. There we go. Come on. I said if it's going to be naughty, I'll just dump some out on my tray. All right. Put this in there. I totally, like I said, encourage you to, if you don't know what to do, play, make some backgrounds, and then you can easily die cut out some, you know, images like this. You don't need that white border. It can, you know, some people aren't a big fan of the white border. This is a way to get away from that white border, if you want. Figure we could put some over there. All right, what else do we got here? We got some more greenery. Ah, what am I doing? I just put it over the top. That's all right. I like how, one thing I liked about what I like about this is that the the ink smushed back papers give you a variety of color on your leaves and stuff, so you don't need to necessarily you know, do a lot of shading and stuff. It's all kind of natural. All right, let's get some, just kind of sticking some things in. I feel like we need another blue flower in here. Let's pop him up on a pop dot here. What do we got for pop dots? That's about the right color. So maybe our tree, since it doesn't have decorations on in the background, this is somebody's in the process of decorating their Christmas tree. That's the story we're going to go with. Sounds good to me. All right. Let's cut one of these down. Stick that right here. I'm trying to use some of the same, at least flowers or leaves, so that they're not too many different ones. I mean, I have a lot of different ones, but well, thank you. Like I said, this was all inspired by your card. I just thought that was so fun, you know, to make. And I used that set to make a window card, but I never thought about, let's pull it out and make a Christmas card with it. Okay, let's see here. Feel like we need to find some of the other little, the holly. This one, this is the one I'm looking for. Oh, sorry, concentrating on getting my glue, my foam dots off of here. So do those of you who still have kids at home, when do they in school all week next week, part of the week? When does Christmas break start? I mean, that used to be, you know, the thing, you know, everyone got so excited about Christmas break and when it started. Ooh, gotta cover that up. That did not work. All right, let's find another one of these small little flowers. We're gonna add some berries and gotta put it on a background here. I think we need a few more of the little twigs. You guys think so? I know we're getting kind of full here, but you know, it's the holidays. You always do more, right? At the holidays. Let's see, I think there's another one of those, this color. Benji's off Wednesday through January 9th. Wow, that's a long time. The 9th is, I feel like. That, I mean, good for you guys. I hope you have a blast. That'll be fun. I need to put this one in here. This is the same. We need more than one of those little berries. Okay, so now I know these berries have but I'm going to pretend they're winter berries. Well, you know what? You're going to have to put him to work, right? So he doesn't drive you crazy. And I think what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to grab some glue and we're just going to add some glue here and there. And maybe I'll put one here. Grab my jewel picker thingy here. Oh, shoot. I just pulled out my stick. That's all right. There we go. And then I've got some of the berries. These are from the poinsettia set. That would just tuck a few in here and there. Add nice little dashes of red. Because we need a little red. And then there's two little twigs of berries. Well, sorry. That's the mom in me. Actually, sometimes you gotta let kids be kids, I guess. My youngest son, my youngest child, my son turned 24 yesterday. And I was just like, geez, 24. He's the youngest, he's the baby. But, all right, I think I'm gonna add one more little berry there and then maybe add a little bit more green. And then we've got to put this on a card base. Because I covered up some of those little leaves, those holly leaves right there. But I'm loving how this is working out. So let's quick go through. I know I had one set of berries left, but we'll save those from another card. 36 and 34. Well, that's okay, Penny. That's good too. I froze. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, am I back? There you go. Yeah, my phone is telling me I'm on low battery mode, so that's okay. We've got some time, but we'll finish up here. Let's grab this leaf here. 10, 8, and 4. Awesome. Yes, yes, thank you. I saw you're back. Yeah, I saw that I should need to plug in. I need to, like I said, that's got to get a new phone here. Okay. All right, well, before my phone dies here, let's get this finished up. I did grab the Twinkling Lights paper collection, and I thought maybe, yes, it does, and I thought maybe, I don't know if I want to do that, or because our tree isn't lit up, do we want to use the lights? I'm thinking I'm going to use the lights. Cut that down quick. You gotta always have a little pop of red, right? All right, let's cut this down quick and we'll get this on a card base. And I got 4 1/4, 5 1/2. Grab my card base here. All right, let's get that done. And this is hard for me, you guys. I'm covering up all that beautiful pattern paper. I don't like to cover up pattern paper. But I might have cut this just a little bit. My card might be a little bit bigger, which is fine. We'll just quick chop the end off. Oops. There we go. Got the edges down. And then we'll get this put on the base. And we'll call it good. I'm not going to pop it up because there's a lot of dimension already, especially if I decide I want to put this in the mail. Let's get this put on there. And I am going to trim off the sides here just because I think I'll end up finishing it off because it won't fit in the envelope. Which you could totally use those little pieces. All right. So I ended up covering up a lot of my Christmas tree, but the point was I wanted to show a lot of this. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, you guys. Like I said, it's been fun. Cindy, thank you. It is all inspired by, hold on, I'm going to pull it up one more time, by this card by Shalana Glass, and this was my version of it using the Welcome Home stamps, and then some of the other Christmas stamps that came in, the Poinsettia Builder and the Santa's Visit. So thank you all for joining tonight. I believe I am live after Christmas, so I won't talk to you guys again. You guys have a Merry Christmas. Remember to create something every day. Have a great rest of your week and have a safe and happy holidays. Bye, everyone.